Bill.
Good morning, sweetie. How are you today?
Good morning. It's a good morning. Yes, I'm good today. Thank you.
Wonderful. Well, I tell you, it's a pleasure and an honor to speak with you today, and I really thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to speak with rockbandreviews.com today.
Oh, wonderful. It's a pleasure to do that. It just keep me alive, keep the fans looking for more. We're going to
Absolutely.
continue to do that. Yes, we're going to continue to do that forever.
Wonderful. Now, I want to ask you, at what point in your life did you know that you wanted to make music for a living?
Oh my goodness, Bill. You know what? I think the real artist, I think it starts back when you are a child because I know in my case, I was singing. I think the minute I was able to talk, the minute I was able to speak a word, I was singing. So from the very beginning, I knew I wanted to be a star.
now, now, growing up, who were some of the bands or artists that you were listening to that inspired you?
Oh my goodness. With my background, right, I listen to a lot of things,
Hmm.
and I used to listen to a lot of things, and I was trying to model myself behind some of the people that I call the greatest.
Hmm.
I was listening to Duke Ellington. I was into the jazz thing. Duke Ellington, Billie Holiday. I also was listening to. I'm a salsa freak. I don't know if you know that. I am
I
a
did not
party
know.
animal. Yes, I'm a party animal when it comes to salsa. I just love it. Um, I was listening to, and I used to go see Celia Cruz,
Hmm.
and I think some of the things that Celia used to do, I think subconsciously it got into me. Like because I remember she used to say, "What's my name?" So that's what I would do. Now, sometimes I'm on stage, I'll say, "What's my name?" and the audience is screaming out, "Shannon." It's just to hype me up a little bit more, just to do the next moment.
Sure.
Try to bring it up to a level, get the crowd involved. And I used to listen to Patti LaBelle um, and just a lot of people that I consider great singers, and also, of course, Michael Jackson.
Of course.
Yes, and Diana Ross. I
Yes.
just loved their stage presence. So, what I did was I was drawing from, I guess, all these people. You don't know, but subconsciously, you kind of like mold your own style,
Yes.
by drawing from others.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, your voice is also, your instrument. Now, what do you do, if anything, to maintain your vocals?
It's more difficult today than yesterday, and the reason why I say that is because yesteryear we used to um, we used to stretch our vocals all the time because we were in bands. You remember those basement bands?
Yes.
Um, yeah, we would be. I mean, in there practicing for hours. Just singing, making up things. Just creating. Today, I do a lot of track shows. I do some band shows. I did more in the past, but because of the EDM, which I am responsible for,
Hmm.
everything is so electronic. So so you have a lot of elements of electronic running through there, and you don't get the opportunity to stretch your vocals.
Yeah. When I talk to a lot of musicians, they really like to come down to South Florida and perform, especially in an outdoor environment because of the humidity. They say it's very, very good for the vocals.
Yes, I didn't think of that. That's true. That's true.
Now,
That's true.
speaking of performing outdoors, we're really excited to have you here in December for the Riptide Music Festival, and you'll be performing that Sunday, December 3rd. Now, for those that have never seen you in concert, what can they expect?
Um, well, if you never saw me in concert, you definitely have to come. I am, I, I am sexy.
Yes. We
I
knew
am
that
sexy.
already.
I am energetic. I am, I am one of a kind. Let me tell you, on stage. When I'm off stage, it's something totally different. But when I'm on stage, I am on, and I love it. Um, so you can expect an incredible show. December 3rd
Yes.
is the Riptide Music Festival, and that is one of the biggest concert um, on the planet, on the beach. I mean,
Yes.
anybody that wants to see some excitement, they need to come to that show, the Riptide. And I'm going to be there, and I like to just say there's going to be a few other people. There's going to be Mars Day in the Times, Casey and the Sunshine Band, Foreigner that I hear of. Uh, what are some of the other groups?
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper. Yes,
Yeah.
it's just going to be everybody. I always like to give other people credit, because people are just so fantastic in their own right. So I like to definitely give them credit. And one thing, Bill, I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
I made a promise to myself that I would always emulate, elevate, the greats, people like Michael Jackson, because those people are never gonna, you're never gonna have that anymore.
No, that's
That,
true.
Celia Cruz, you always have to give something dedicated to those incredible people. So I just want to big up some of the artists that's going to be on the show as well.
So is it safe to say we're gonna see you moonwalk across the stage?
Moonwalk, I might do it a little faster. You might see me like push up, and you might see me skate across the stage, and you might see me, do a little twirls and fall down to the floor,
Mm-hmm.
like right on the spot. Yes. I have my own style.
Yeah.
I can't be Michael, and I can't be, some of the other people, but I am Shannon, and you have to come out and see a Shannon show.
Well, I will certainly be there. Now, you have a
Yeah,
very impressive catalog of music. I mean, songs such as, of course, Let the Music Play, Give Me
yeah.
Tonight, and Do You Want to Get Away, or among them. When you're looking to record a song, what are you looking for?
Um, See, I'm old school,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm looking for a great beat, a great melody. Those are the first two most important things, and then also a story. Great lyric.
Yes.
Um, I think that when you have these songs, it stand the test of time. I'm Shannon, and when I say Shannon, I can't say Shannon without saying let the music play. So
Yes.
let the music play is my surname now, Shannon. Let the music play. I mean, so those elements, and I am a writer. I used to write all the time. So anytime I get a song, I have to just kind of like manipulate it a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
turn it into the Shannon sound, if you will, which is now freestyle today.
Mm-hmm.
They called it the Shannon sound. Now today is called freestyle. So, I try to turn it into a song for the queen.
Amen. Now,
Yes.
when you're not performing, what do you like to do with your time?
um, I think that's a question that should be answered by other people, because they say that I don't party too much. I mean, I'm partying all the time on stage and with the fans. So when I get a quiet moment, I do like to be quiet.
Yeah.
Um, I help others. I console others. I exercise. I try to eat right.
Yeah.
It'll be 35 years, 2018. So in order to have that energy, because people look at me as the dance queen. This
Mm-hmm.
is what they labeled me back then.
Yes.
But back then I was younger. You
Sure.
know, so so I have to keep that energy going. And one way to keep it going, I definitely have to exercise.
Yes.
You have to eat right. You have to have a good mind. You have the core has to be good. Everything has to be good. So yes, and you know something, you know what? Yes, because I am the queen of freestyle, and and people are looking at it. I want to send good messages, things that's going to keep people, So,
Of course.
I say to the audience, I say, Shannon is forever. Music is forever. And then I say it in Spanish too, I say, deja la música siga para siempre, you know. So when I say let the music play, I mean live life, and let it play forever, So I try to be a good model of that,
Of
you know.
course, of course. I got to tell you,
Yes.
South Florida is going to go bananas when you start speaking Spanish. My God, you have such a great accent for it.
Thank you. Soy Latina también. It's just that growing up in New York, you become, I guess, a New Yorker, slick. You wanna, and for me, growing up, I spoke a lot of English opposed to the Spanish, but I never stopped listening to the Latin music though.
Yeah.
Man, you understand, right, Bill?
I
I mean,
understand, and I'm going to tell you why. Because even though my last name is Hernandez, I'm just this basic run of the mill white boy who 3 years ago met a curvaceous, beautiful Dominican woman, and we got married. And I'm learning the Spanish now. But the funny thing is, because I'm from California via New York, and now I'm here in Florida. She says that when I speak Spanish, I have a Mexican accent, and I think that I picked that up in California. So it's funny.
yes, yes, that's what happened. Your location sometimes depicts how you sound and what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right. But the Caribbean is deep down.
Yes.
Because I grew up like that, and so I can't forget that.
No,
You
you
know.
can't. Now, finally, are there any plans to release any new material soon?
You know something? Today is so wild. Um, I would love to release something, definitely. But there's so many things that you go up against, like I had a new song out called I Got a Purpose, and it got in the pre nomination for the Grammys. It was in the pre nomination, which is totally different than the nomination. It's actually the songs that are coming in that people would like to be nominated for
Mm-hmm.
the Grammys. So I was in the pre-nomination for I Got a Purpose, but you had Justin Timberlake, you had so many people, and then today too, the outlet, the outlets are different, in a way where the people get a chance to hear it. The selling of it is very different. Today is so different, So when you think about bring a song out, I think this is just my personal opinion, but I think you got to have um, more than just a song out. I think you got to have um, maybe maybe in a soundtrack, maybe as a commercial.
Yeah.
I think in order for the people to hear it and say, "Hey, I want to buy it," because everybody go on YouTube, and they punch it up. And once it's on YouTube, you can forget it.
Yeah, I understand. I agree. Oh
Yes.
my. Well, Queen Shannon, I want to thank you
Yes.
so much again
Thank you.
for your time and consideration for speaking with us.
Yes.
And welcome back to South Florida. And again, we look forward to seeing you on Sunday, December 3rd at the Riptide Music Festival.
Thank you. Thank you. I just want to say I bought a house here,
Ooh.
right on the beach of Miami. So, I'm a Floridian and I love it. And I just want to say I love my fans. I really do. So I want to give some love to them. I love you guys. And don't ever forget it. And don't ever forget, too, Shannon, International Queen of Dance, Grammy nominee, electronica, and freestyle. Love you all so very much.